just before light. Find somebody and get together. Make love last forever, every day and every night. When the whole damn world is beating you down, what about when you get burned from the tricks you never learned, and now you're dead on the ground? The story's sad, but it's true, and it can get the best of anyone. Loneliness won't get you through. You're gonna need to find a friend, gonna need to find someone. And if you wake up tomorrow and your heart ain't feeling right, find love to steal or borrow. Say goodbye to pain and sorrow every day and every night. Every day and every night.
Good morning, everybody. How's it going? How is it going? Did your team win yesterday? My team, the Arkansas Razorbacks, are having the worst season in, well, every season's bad, right? So you gave 420 yards of offense to Notre Dame in the first half. Jeez, I just quit watching, and they're going to fire probably everybody, but it's middle of the season. So what do the players have quit. What are you going to do? Did y'all's teams win? Georgia lost. Yeah, I had that on the TV, River Rat. And River Rat, about Cheryl Reeve, she needs to be fired. I mean, she is the way she acted. I can see getting the technical, but when she was running around and took 4 people to hold her back, we're talking about the WNBA, and one of the coaches threw a fit, ran out onto the court while they were getting ready to inbound the ball, the other team, and just threw a fit. And she had literally 4 people holding her back. And when they finally got her to leave the arena because she got kicked out, she yelled at fans in there and was like, F you, F you. Not F you, but, she said the whole thing and was just pissy. Yes, she was acting like an animal. And this is the isn't she like the winningest coach in the WNBA? I mean, she's a top, she was the all-star coach, and that's the 2 best coaches. I mean, and she just acted, and you can't act like that and then expect players to act, not to act out. It's gotten too dangerous. Yes, and Olympic coach, right. It's gotten too dangerous, and they're not calling fouls. They're not calling fouls right, and it's like they want to be like the roller derby. Have you ever watched roller derby? Like, they beat each other up. Hey, Laura Woodhams. And let's see who else. Was in here earlier. Mabel and Mountain Wanderer, I think, was in here a long ago. But yeah, it's good to see everybody. We are going to talk about some some stuff today, and I'm going to talk about something that may bring up a little controversy. I don't know. But anybody got a team that they're watching or anything? Today, you got any pro teams? Football? I don't I'm not really into football right now. I'm so into the basketball, and it overruns football, and then the Razorbacks just have totally just collapsed. And our athletic director came out and said that we don't have enough money to have the, championship level team every year. And Arkansas's got some of the best facilities in the country. And there's a lot of money up there because it's in the northwest part of the state, where the university is. And you've got Bentonville, near Bentonville, and you've got Walmart, and you've got Tyson Foods, and those are big. They give a lot of money. Riverbat's got the Eagles. Well, anybody have your Yuga lost yesterday? Cowboys, springtime honey, good to see you. Well, Arkansas's got a bye week, and they will have probably coaching changes, and the Razorbacks head coach has a lake house here where I live. I've never run into him in town or anything, but he likes to drink on the lake and have a party. Okay, well, I guess I can go ahead and get into the meat of this. I was hoping more people would be here for it. But I know it's Sunday morning, and I used to do Sunday morning lives, and it was really a regular occurrence, and maybe we can do that again. Go sports. Yeah, and maybe we can do that again and just keep doing a Sunday morning live. I don't know, what's going on in everybody's world this morning, but 22 people will work for me. So yesterday, looking at my phone, I hope I don't fall asleep. I hope I just don't fall asleep. You know what I'm saying?
The scoop with Barb, girl, what are you doing? You know that those views and subs aren't going to last, right?
Wow, Brittany. Brittany's gone off the deep end, y'all. Yeah, she's gone off the deep end. And this isn't what I was going to talk about, but what did y'all think? If anybody seen those papers that she showed that she's clean and sober? She's not. And it takes a week or two to get a piece of paper. And I could go into you could go into any Word doc or Google Docs or something and make an invoice or make a fake drug screen or take somebody else's drug screen that they had and change the name on it and stuff like that. I just think, you're just digging your hole deeper and deeper and deeper, right? So yeah, I'm not gonna review her today or anything, but I do want to say, okay, somebody came in yesterday and asked me and said that I need to remove a video. And so I was like, because it was a video of somebody who I had issues with, we had issues with each other. And that's what a lot of people forget is when you have issues with somebody, there's two sides to it. And one person's not just going at another person. Both people are doing things, and both people think, well, what I did wasn't as bad as what you did. Because that's what I always say. Well, what I did wasn't as bad as what you did. Well, maybe to that person it is. So I decided, well, first of all, they said, you need to take this video down. It's mean and stuff. And I'm like, my immediate response is like, no, I'm not doing that. She did things to me too, right? She did things to me too. And a lot of the stuff that was done to me can't be undone. And you can't really undo something by taking a video down, but there were some things done to me that I can't undo. They're all over the internet. I don't even know if they're still there, but you can't undo something that's on the internet. So I can't undo making videos or anything. But, and then she comes back and she goes, but she's grown. And I said, so have I. I've been gone for 3 years. I've been hiding from all of this stuff because I couldn't take the things that were being said about me. And I'm not going to go into that because that's just going to rehash everything. But, you know, I'm not able, you know, I don't want to. I'm not able to stand. I can't deal with lies when people are saying I'm doing this or that, and I just can't deal with it. Are y'all still here? Nobody's chatting. You're listening to me. Okay. But anyway, so I was like, I've grown too. And then as soon as I posted that message, and I was like, does it really matter? Like, this is old stuff. This is from before. This is from 2 years ago, 3 years ago. There's been a lot of bad stuff happened over the last few years that I haven't been any part of because I haven't. Y'all are here. Thank you. Good morning, Peace Panda. Then I decided, you know, I want peace as much as you can have it. That's not saying that I'm not going to make fun of somebody else. Like, yeah, right now, Brittany's the train wreck, and I'm watching the train wreck. And yeah, I'm probably going to say more stuff about Brittany. Hey, Jess Ruby. But at the same time, I want to have peace, right? I want to have peace. And I know that sounds weird. You want to have peace, but you're going to say things about Brittany. Well, maybe, yeah. It's what we do here, right? I just don't want to fight with everybody. So then I said, well, we're both at fault. I'll take it down. Maybe we can have some kind of peace without, you know, going at each other. There's going to always be people that you don't like on the internet. There's always going to be people that you don't like in real life. And we all come from a different place, right? You grew up here and this is what happened to you in your life. And I grew up over here and this is what happened. That's my boy. This is what happened in my life. Beep. I'm goofy. Okay. So I removed the video. Because it was kind of mean, spiteful. That's how I get back at people, though. I don't scream and yell and go into everybody's on everybody's live streams and say mean stuff about people. I just, you know, I don't do that. But I tend to make little videos and infomercials and stuff like that to dig, and it's digging at each other and it's doing things. And so I take responsibility. I've taken it down. And then I was like, well, let me see if there's any more I should take down about her. And I immediately saw another one. I was like, okay, we'll take it down. I don't want to hurt anybody. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. If somebody does something to me that's really evil, yeah, I might come back and do that again. I don't know. You got to react how you got to react. And I'm not going to sit here and be, you know, I'm not perfect. And so, yeah, I'm going to hurt people's feelings sometimes and you're going to hurt my feelings, but can we just get along decently anyway? And the internet's like huge enough for everybody. And that's what I was saying to her. And I don't know if she's going to see this, and I'm not saying her name, but as soon as I deleted that video that we were talking under, you know, our messages went away. It's gone. And so we can't interact anymore. So if you came in and asked me to take down a video, I did it. And I took down another one. Yeah, right, Peace Panda. Some people just trigger us. I got somebody on here who just can't stand me and has a loud voice, you know, has a big voice, has a lot of people that listen. And so, you know, I'm not going to argue with that. I've got my channel. I do what I do over here, and y'all, and, you know, every other creator has what they do on theirs. And I'm just happy to be here and happy to have anybody listening to me. So that's what I did. Okay. And that's how I want to, move forward. You know, hey, Holly, yes. How are you? Everybody has we all have needs. Like when you come into a chat and you know, maybe you're sitting at home and you don't have any anything to do and you don't feel like anybody on here, and you go into a chat and you say hi or you say something and nobody says anything, and you don't feel like you're part of, because I think we all just kind of want to be part of stuff. And I want to be part of, hey, Alabama mama, how's it going? What we could do is everybody, just if you're a regular chatter and you see somebody you don't know, just say hi to them. We could do that. We could go into the chat and somebody comes in there and we just say hi. Hi, Holly S. I don't know you. Hi, how are you? Good to be here. And some chats you go in, the mods will say hi to people, and sometimes they don't. And I've been doing this lately because I don't regularly chat, but I've been chatting more now that I'm kind of back in this community. And I go in chats and nobody says anything to me. And I mean, it's okay, but you don't feel, it's hard to feel part of. And I'm not saying y'all go say hi to Barb. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is that just say hi to people. Let's be nice to people in our chats. You never know what somebody's going through, and you could literally change their day by just chatting with somebody that you don't know. Just say, hey, what are you doing? How are you? I'm glad you're here. You don't even have, it's simple. You could do it you could do it when you go to the grocery store. You could do it when you encounter people in your daily life, at your job, or, the mailman. All you got to do is just be nice to people. That doesn't mean you have to be nice all the time or to everybody, because I'm not going to be nice to Brittany right now because she's doing bad stuff and somebody needs to fix it, right? Top of the morning, October Shug. Sunset Gazing says, BJ's gone off the deep end. Well, yeah, I was watching Jay last night, and wow, it was crazy. Love your channel. You say what needs to be said in a way that's very much needed in this world. Thanks, Holly. Yes, ice cream for everyone. Alabama Mama, it's going good. I know how that feels, but I promise it's not that people aren't wanting to say hey. A lot of times the chat is going so fast. I know, that's true, Alabama Mama. And that's one reason, like, I'm not a big chatter, especially when I'm on my phone, because I'm slow. And I'm slow on the phone. I try to. It makes me feel better. Yes, being nice to other people can make each other feel better. And I've caught myself leaving chats because someone who doesn't like me comes in there, and I'm like, I just don't want to. I just don't, and I just don't want to. I don't want to. I just don't want to think about that person. You know what I'm saying? I just don't want to think about them, right? And not that I quit watching or anything. It's just I'm not gonna. It's just me. Like, I don't feel like fighting. I don't feel like I want to make peace, but I haven't reached out because I don't know if that'll work. But anyway, I just want to have my channel and have some fun, and we can learn some things in here, and remember that how different we are, and how we've got, it's like politics and how we have the divide. It might be a good time to play that song. Yet they were and continue to be mean. It's ridiculous that some other creators think they are the end all be all, as if their opinion matters. I'm tired of seeing some of them say so and so did mean things to me. Yeah. That's what I've been seeing some in chats, that I was mean to a certain person and that I did them wrong and everything. But what you got to understand is, while you grandstand for your favorite creator who you've got some bond with, you're pushing me away because that affects me. And because really, you don't realize that that person's not innocent and we both did things, right? So you got to remember that we do things to each other. Do it, lady. Hey, sweet and sleuthy. We hurt each other. And it's time to move on. I want to move on. And so I'm not trying to compete with anybody on here. I'm just trying to have my channel. I mean, I appreciate that people have helped me since I've been back, that people are sharing my link, and that people are saying nice things about me. I appreciate that. I'm just here, right? And then you've got this.
The scoop with Barb. Girl, what are you doing? You know that those views and subs aren't going to last, right?
You got to worry about it. Are they going to last? Is everybody just going to come in and then, oh, we don't really like you. Bye. Hey, new sub here. Sounds like an interesting topic. Thanks, William. I don't know who you're talking about, but I'm sure it's someone on the dark side. It is someone on the dark side. It's the damn internet. Get along, right? I agree with you. There are some people that need big mirrors. Yeah, that's the thing. I keep saying is, and then you've got these lawyers and all these people are fighting back and forth. And really, the thing about it is, people have gone at each other. And so nobody's 100% right and nobody's 100% wrong. And I know if you have kids, you tell your kid, well, there's something in the middle here. There's middle ground. And what does it do to keep up the enemy status? Oh, 14 years ago, she said I was ugly or she made fun of me. Well, so what? Move on. Move on. Glad you're back. Enjoy your channel. Kindness and wise words. Thank you, sweet and sleuthy. Nobody out here doesn't get caught up in it from time to time. I've said things in the heat of the moment, but apologize when clearer heads prevailed. Yeah, River Rat, we're all going to be like that. We're just going to be idiotic. We all make mistakes and grow. Get over it, right? Yeah, and so I want to be on the dark side. I am on the dark side now. I want to be, if you consider, the dark side is anybody who's against Brittany, I guess that puts me on the dark side. But that doesn't mean that I agree with everybody or everything that's said. But it just means that I'm not going to fight with people on the dark side anymore, right? What do y'all think? What do y'all think about anything? You could take I've heard people talking lately, and I've been talking lately too about AA and NA and Al-Anon and stuff. And you could take the steps and you could work the steps just in like life without your, because step one is about you're powerless over X, Y, and Z, you're powerless over alcohol or drugs. That's how the program's set up. But you could do that. I'm powerless over this person or this situation. And you could actually work those steps and do that on, that issue, because the 12 steps are nothing but a way to better your life. And it's, if it's alcohol that's causing you problems, then you work through, why did I do what I did? And why did I drink? And then you go to those people that you did stuff to and you say, I'm sorry. And you don't just say, I'm sorry, and then go back and do it again. You say, you're sorry. And this is what I did to you. And I'm sorry I did it. And I won't do it anymore. I'm not going to hurt you anymore. That's what you do. I'm with Clue Crew and those ladies. Okay. Clue's been saying nice things about me. So you could do that. You could do, therapy and stuff. Those on a side need to be accepting of individuals who have seen the light. Why be mean and turn them away? They do better to help others understand the why. I think that as far as I'm concerned, I might go at, go at Brittany and laugh and stuff. And I mean, you know, I tried to reach out to her. I've been saying this, I reached out. She either ignores or she just says she's fine and doesn't need anything and, continues to do. Because last night, I don't know, she was on like if I had it, we could walk through part of it. I don't know where it is. I couldn't find it this morning. I know she took it down, but she was just out there, and Larry was nowhere to be seen. I don't know if she put him to bed or whatever, but Alabama won, huh, William? Alabama. I was worried about Alabama there at the beginning of the season. So what else can I say about this topic? I'm just at a loss for words. I thought I had plenty of ideas to come in here and chat with y'all, and for some reason, I just feel like I can't, I just think that we could all have fun and get along, but you're always going to have that enemy. Like right now, everybody's over here is talking about Brittany, and there's other stuff. People are talking about other people. William says, I left a few content creators because they wanted to monitor every chat I would go to. Yeah, I've had creators who didn't like me, and we had a lot of the same subs. And when we had issues, those subs don't like me anymore either. There are some creators that have really strong, they're people, they have an army. They have an army of people who would throw down for them, right? And I've never had that. I've got good people who have been close to my channel and hang with me and come in when I go live that, would probably take up for me if they were right in the middle of the situation. I know the other day, a couple of my mods I hadn't even seen for a while came in, and people were saying, Barb's boring. And I guess they deleted them because I only saw the replies to them. I never did see I had a lot of people in here. The chat was moving pretty fast, and I'm not used to that at all. And so I was like, appreciated that. But yeah, I don't like a creator who has such a strong tie that has this bond with their. I don't like. It's not the creator. It's that the people are they're just bonded with everybody. That's what I was going to talk about. When I was talking about when somebody came and asked me to remove a video about their favorite creator, and I was thinking about how much power subscribers and members and viewers, even if you don't subscribe and you're watching a video and you're chatting, or you pretty much have to chat or comment under things, but y'all have a lot of power, because if you don't go in if you don't give them a view, if you don't chat, because I think if you're chatting and you're becoming a member, that you're becoming even more involved with that channel, and you are it's like a little army, and it's like it's not that the creator tells them you can't go over there, but there's things you can do to tell people you don't really want to be going over there. I don't like that person. And if you're going over there, then you're going to drop a notch in that creator's eyes, because they're mad because you're being nice to somebody they don't like. Yeah, that's right, Holly. Just if you don't like it, just go. Yeah, Flower Girl, I'm serious. Like I'm like that too. I go around, but I don't really have I don't have a creator over me that's telling me where to go or where I can't go. But that would be a turnoff to me, because I'm deeply independent, very much independent. And so people won't change the channel. Yeah, just change the damn channel. I used to follow a creator like that, not anymore. I go where I like, and I'm not beholden to a certain creator any longer. But there are people who are, and they have to be, they're so enmeshed with that person that they don't even see what they're doing. That's what I think. You don't see that you're basing your opinion of somebody on something they did that was against that person, but you don't know what they did to like for me, you don't know what they did to me. You only know you're only mad about what I did to them. And that's not fair, but that's life. That's just how life is. Nobody hardly ever knows the other side. Fire Chick says it's uncomfortable for subs to feel like they have to. It's uncomfortable for subs to feel like they have to dislike someone because they do, especially if someone sees you in another chat and attacks you. I watch people to get an understanding. Yeah. Yeah. And there's chats like you can't go in Brittany's chat if you don't agree with her, they'll just block you in there. They'll just block you. And then she uses the chat to, to go at people. She goes, she uses her chat. She uses her chat when she unblocks the trolls so they can come in, and then she can have content to go at people. Yes, it's very clicky, Laura. Very clicky. Hi, Jessica. Good morning. Good morning. A lot of times it's the chat and not the creator that attacks. Exactly. NC 2.0, right? Natasha Cooper's bad about that. I know she's still doing the same old thing, but we're kind folks. Hey, Mountain Wanderer, you were in here early. I know that NC does that, and she sees where you go. And I mean, I honestly, I don't chat where I know somebody is who doesn't like me. I'll just back out because I just don't. It's like, I don't know. I've envisioned these people watching my videos in their Discord and just laughing at me and having a good old time making fun of me because I kind of know some people's behaviors. 46 likes or 46 person. Hey, would y'all mind hitting that like button for me? That would be really appreciative. I'd be really appreciative. The creators on our side don't tell us where we can and can't go. On our side, well, when you go our side and their side, I know if I were to go in Brittany's right now and say something and she actually would see it and read it or something, that would probably get, that would be fun and everybody would think that was funny and everything. But if I went into Brittany's chat and was hanging out and being nice, then people would get mad and they would be like, what are you doing over there? And yes, that is exactly true, William. The chat will derail a whole live stream by bringing up stuff that maybe and as a creator who's not really all that, I'm not that good at, especially if I have the other day I had over 400 people. I've never had that in the chat. And so I couldn't even read the chat. For me, it was a lot. I know that other people have, 2,000 people, or the bigger channels have hundreds of thousands of people, and they can't even look at chat. But for me, I can't keep up with chat. Maybe it's because I'm old and slow. I don't know, but I can't do it. And I get thrown off just looking at chat a lot of times because my mind is broken. BJ chat before live stream. Yes, tells it all. Yeah, before she finally goes live, and I saw somebody saying, which is something that I always think, Brittany will set a live at 6:30, and then she'll change it to 7:30, and then she'll change it to 9:50, and then the 9:50 rolls around and she doesn't come on for an hour, and then she plays a long intro, and nobody if you're an hour late to your live, you should just come on. You should just walk in there. People have been waiting. So what if people are waiting to be notified? People are waiting on you. You don't care about people at all. I'm always like sitting here waiting on, excuse me, waiting on it to be time to start. I'm here. I'm sitting here. I've got everything set up. I've tested my I've tested my mic. I've got everything ready, and I'm waiting. You know, and it's like I know Brittany's not me, and I know that she's got a lot, with the kids and the big kid Larry and all that. But you could do all of that before you go live. Now, that's not saying that you won't have any problems, because sometimes that happens. Yeah, Brittany would just block me if I went in there and was just saying anything, because I did. I asked her, she was talking about having stacks of drug screens, and I was like, well, why? And then when she said she had that 52 panel drug screen, and I went in there and I said, why did you have a drug screen? And she said, because I asked for it, when she had just said she gets one every month. So you're going to tell me that you asked for a drug screen. This was months ago. You asked for a drug screen, and it came back and everything was you're not on drugs, and you don't show it then? All of this could have been taken care of. And even then, when you come on and you show these drug screens, they don't prove that you're not on Suboxone. They don't. So, and really it doesn't matter. Like, we don't care, other than your lies. It's your lies that get me. Lying is something I can't deal with. Hey, Marie 21, good to see you. Happy Sunday. I can't deal with lies. Sun said, I don't join sides. I look for truth. Anyone should be able to freely chat in any live stream without being attacked. Well, they don't like flip-floppers. Shit has gone too far. So at this point, you don't have to pick a side. And morally, I couldn't even sit with BJ. Right. No, I couldn't sit with that either. Wake and Bake. Hey, Wake and Bake. I came from Jay's. Glad you're back. BJ is experiencing extreme manic psychosis. I'm sure you know all about it. Also, F these people. Do you? Well, I don't know about manic psychosis. She did seem manic to me last night, but I'm not an expert in, I'm not an expert in bipolar. I do have depression, but I don't have bipolar. But something was different last night, and Larry wasn't in there. So I'm not sure what was going on. They are friend. I get that. I can be late, but 5 minutes really isn't that big a deal. But that's one reason when I went to the doctor a couple of weeks ago, and I drove an hour away to go to the doctor when there's hundreds of doctors in my town I could start going to. And I got behind 2 huge traffic wrecks. And while I left with 2 times the amount of time to get there, I got there late and they canceled me. But being a person who's always on time my whole life, because that's how I was raised, is that the whole time I'm sitting in traffic just in a frenzy, worried about, I'm going to be late. I'm going to be late. And then I was, and I got the just consequences. I would never support BJ. I have never subbed to her. Okay, Fire Chick. I'd rather be around a thief than a liar. You know where you are with a thief. Yeah, thieves are one thing, liars are another. Sometimes people are both. Never sub to her. She really messed up with Craig's Social Security number. Is that when she showed his drug? Did she show his drug test? And is that why her live went down? Somebody fill me in, because I was listening to Jay when I went to bed, and I had the phone, I was listening to it, and I took my nighttime sleepy meds, and when I woke up this morning, my phone was right where I left it, and I didn't hear the end. But I did see a clip where she was about to show something, and then she said she had to end her live. Yes, very manic. She needs a doctor or something. Yeah, something was weird, different last night. I'm not sure. And the way she went after Jay was nasty. And I hope, what did she do? Hey, Just Irish, good to see you. Marie's not watched her in a long time. Yes, she shut it down. I bet you someone will call the pharmacy and ask about it. Y'all, the thing about the pharmacy, like I've never, you don't get samples from a pharmacy. Pharmacies distribute medication, but it's based on what the doctor orders. And if the doctor orders, I mean, they can give like a pharmacist can give you like your flu shot and stuff without a doctor doing that, but they don't give out samples. Jay was exactly right. They go, drug reps go around to the doctors. They give the doctors samples, hoping that the doctor will prescribe their medication so the company will make all this money. If you haven't watched that show about the opioid crisis, it was something about it's about that family and all that. That was that started that, and they were telling people that OxyContin wasn't addictive, and the drug reps were being told to tell. They were being ordered to tell doctors that it's fine. Give them a higher dose. Give them a higher dose because it was more money, and they just kept doing that. And people were getting on these things legitimately. You get on pain meds from surgery, broken bones, different things that you have to go on, that you don't have to go on pain meds, but you need the pain meds. And that was before everybody knew how, destructive they were going to be. And they can be very destructive. Just watch Brittany. She showed his and then she got off. I only heard she was showing his drug test and inadvertently showed his social. Okay. Yeah, she's a pathological liar. Doped. Yeah, doped. I think that was the name of it, doped. And there may have been two. But, and I don't remember if it's Netflix or Hulu or I don't remember, but it walks through these families and it's a drama, right? And how this girl gets completely hooked on this medication and how these drug reps had problems because they started feeling bad too, especially when they found out what these drugs were doing to people. And a drug rep is just trying to make money just like everybody else. They drive around, they get dressed up. They used to be able to give doctors all kinds of perks, but they've kind of had to cut back on that. And I think now they can give some stuff. I'm not sure, but I asked BJ if they would give her a free sample of glue so she could shut up. I got blocked. That's funny. I remember this vividly. Our country was wilding out. Yeah. And then since then, there's been more restrictions put on these medications. They make them very difficult to get legally. And I think that's why a lot of the fentanyl problem has happened because you can get that, on the street from supposedly like from Mexico. It's being brought in. Marie says, I have EUPD, which is similar to bipolar. Bipolar make you have intense highs, lows for weeks at a time. EUPD doesn't, your emotions are constantly like a roller coaster. Oh, so it's every damn minute. Well, that's horrible. I'm sorry. I watched that, but can't remember the name. Maybe it was doped. Yeah, please subscribe and please hit the like button. Looks like some people are starting to come in. More people are starting to come in. Peace Panda, I didn't watch her either, but saw some of QB. She got the warning, so put up a screen cover so it wouldn't show. Oh, okay. Oh, was QB covering it as well? Hey, Crimson Tide. Nothing worse than being an addict who genuinely needs pain meds. Right, Just Irish. And people got it. I mean, and I've told y'all, my doctor had me on. I was on 3 pain pills a day. This was 10 to 12 years ago, I guess, 15. I don't remember when I had my first surgery. And that's when I got on, these pain medications for having a 2-level fusion in my spine. And you can keep taking them because it's not pain that really, well, it's gotten better because I had sciatica really bad, and then I've had the surgeries. And that's the thing is, Brittany was saying last night that she's going to get sciatica injections. No, she's saying she used to say she got injections in her knees when she went to this doctor. Now she's saying she has sciatica and she's getting massages and stuff. Look, the only thing that's going to help sciatica is going to be because it's like deep down in your body. Massage isn't going to help sciatica. It might relieve it for a little bit, but you don't get injections for that unless okay. You can get steroid injections for sciatica because I had several, but you got to go under. Like they give you propofol and they give you all Versed. They give you these drugs that make you out of it. You don't know what's going on, and you don't remember. And so you're out of it, and they've got you still, and they put a needle in your spine. They put a needle in you and go almost, they go to the spine, not in the spinal cord, but, all the way to that area that's causing so much problem. And they'll put a steroid in there. You don't drive yourself to those. You got to have a driver. Now you can get those and not have all that medication, but not very many people do. But you could, but you wouldn't be driving yourself. Somebody would drive you. Somebody would sit there with you. These are things that they do at pain management, but a lot of what they do at pain management is give you pills. She doesn't know who's watching in the bushes. There's thousands watching in the bushes. Next time she nods out, the kids will try and wake her, and it doesn't wake up sad. Yes, I'm worried that one of these days that those kids are going to have a nightmare rest of their life because she's not going to wake up. We don't know. That movie Painkiller. Tell me the name of the movie. Here, let's see if I can find it. Painkiller. Let me see. I'm trying to find opioid movie. Yeah, the one, there's one called, Painkiller is on Netflix. That's the Netflix movie, and it's really, really good. I think there's another one too. I think there's another one too. I didn't want to. Let me go back. Painkiller. Dope Sick. There's a movie called Dope Sick. Oh, and the other one's called Dope Sick. There we go. 60 Minutes from 2021. It's got Michael Keaton, Peter Sarsgaard. So Dope Sick and Pain. What was the other one I said? Painkiller. Both of those were good. An eye opener. Yeah, and if you're somebody who doesn't understand how somebody could get on these medications legitimately, and it could happen to you or your husband or your wife or your children, just watch these movies and you'll have a better understanding of how people don't just necessarily get addicted. It happens. Yeah, there you go. Sunset Gazing. I was trying to remember who I watched when I heard about that. I thought it was either J or QB. Yep, those are the two right there. I don't remember which was which, but I just think it's very important to your knowledge and understanding of other people. Don't you want to understand why somebody is the way they are? Yeah, steroid injections, those things that's a big deal to get those. You have it in a hospital, in a sterile environment, and pain clinics can do those, some of them. Opiates were pushed hard for many years. Then they cut us off. Thus the heroin epidemic, a whole group of us out here. Yeah, Irish. Mittens is sending prayers. Hope you're having a blessed weekend. You too. Thank you. She got a strike. Hey, laughter is healthy. I like your screen name. Losing weight helps sciatica. Yes. And what Brittany was saying is true. Sitting is the worst thing. Sitting is really the worst thing for everybody. If you sit too much, it's always bad. And sitting, when I'm going out and walking, you know, my walk that I do like 3 miles or hiking or something is when I feel the best. But when I'm sitting home and I'm sitting in my chair and my body's hurting, my neck and my spine hurts. Yes, you can't drive afterwards. You have to have it. In my places that I went for I had some nerves burned off my neck, and it was the same kind of thing. I had to have a driver, and they put me out, you can't even have somebody drop you off. The driver has to come in there and stay with you in case there's an emergency. They don't want to be responsible for all that. But yeah, you can't drive. You have to have a driver. That's one reason why I'm not doing any of that right now, because I don't have anybody to just spend 3 or 4 hours with me. Everybody I know is busy. They don't knock you out there. Well, they do here. She was privacy struck twice. Really?
The scoop of Barb, girl, what are you doing? You know that those views and subs aren't going to last, right?
She's so rude. She just like, those subs are not going to like you very long. They like you now because you're new. You just came back and now you think everybody's so happy to see you. But they're not going to last, Barb. I don't know how BJ can continue juggling all her untruths. That is what is causing her anxiety, and being unable to complete a sentence causing her to seem manic. Yes. There's painkiller film on YouTube. I can't think of the chat. I think that I just showed that. All people who use pain med, abuse meds, some of them actually are saving our lives. Yes, I agree. That's another thing. And not everybody who's on maintenance drugs is having, wreaking havoc because they're on these maintenance drugs. Pain medication addiction can creep up on you. Exactly. Marie, yeah, at the end of the day, okay, you would think that BJ Subs would stop lying and see that she is not falling asleep. Yeah, I've tried to figure out the difference in that, but I've never seen anybody fall asleep mid-sentence, like without fading off, or yawning or having. The other night I was really sleepy and I was yawning and making my eyes water, and I was just in there and I was like, that's getting sleepy. Laughter is healthy. Exactly. Hey, Mal, good to see you. Marie, Mittens, exercise is non-negotiable. Even when I was drinking a lot, I would still find the time at least take a walk. Yeah, and that'll keep you healthier. Move it or lose it. Yeah, and two, you don't realize you're addicted until it's too late. I could have very easily been physically addicted to the opiates that I was on, but for some reason my body, didn't really do that. I don't know why I got fortunate, but it could have happened to me because, I was on them too, and I just weaned off of them, and I never looked back. I don't want to take them. Losing weight, strengthening your abdominal muscles help for sure. Correcting your posture. Yep. Everyone shuts down on me if I don't move. Motion is lotion. Yeah. Mental health. Yeah, the mental health. And that's why I got to get these dogs back out and get walking. I get back out. I haven't been out because it's been too hot, but it's being cooler at night. We can get out now, but it's the next step to go start doing that, right? I'll do it tomorrow if it's not raining. Holly, Shut up, Beige. Nailed it. I have sciatica, degenerative arthritis, chronic pain. It takes a lifestyle change to live comfortably with these things: rest, walking, nutrition, keeping up with it. It is, Jessica. I got the same thing. My sciatica comes and goes, but the issues with my spine are always present, and the level of pain in my neck right now is at a bad spot. So, I mean, maybe I'll go to PT again. She needs a notebook of lies to keep up. She says that about everyone and about those subs who leave. They don't really like you. They're just using you. They don't like you. They don't like you. Matt saved your life. Good for you, Irish. What a horrible Christian. Why tell people such mean stuff? Why not be a little kinder, BJ? Life might treat you better. Well, yeah, if you're so mad at me, and then she's telling everybody, the longer clip of that is that she's telling everybody I'm just here to get monetized. And well, I didn't I've been trying to get monetized for a while, and I came back, I did a couple of videos and they got noticed and people shared out my channel. And now instead of having, 3 or 4 people in my watching my live stream, I've got today 54 now, right now. And the other day I had over 400. So, yeah, I'm going to hopefully get monetized again. But I'm not just here or just talking about Brittany to get monetized. I'm talking about her because she's a train wreck. Her health is simply not a priority for her. Yeah, and what's the deal? Why is she trying to not let anybody think about that she raised over $8,000 that she supposedly gave an attorney to send out fraudulent cease and desist letters? That's just stupid. I personally believe that some, if not many, of the people defending her are experiencing similar problems. Just my opinion, Tom said. Birds of a feather. Yeah, ready for fall. I mean, it is fall now, but yeah, everybody should be exercising. I'm telling myself. Let's see. Mitten, blankets, candles. Yeah, and also as you age, especially women, we lose bone density, and exercise is important to keep your bone density. Yeah, Jessica, it's horrible, isn't it? And it's one of the things that I did a live about chronic pain and how hard it is. And I was hoping to reach some other people like Jessica and I here that suffer from this, and you understand one another, and that we could have some kind of, we could either have private, chats about it. We could, once I get monetized, we could have semi-private discussion. Let's go in here, and if you feel bad and you want to just, I'm in so fucking much pain, I can't deal with it today. You have somebody who understands and you can vent to them. So that's something that I'm looking at doing in the future. I guess we could go on unlisted and do like that. It'd be like like a Zoom call, sort of. I have health issues and get intense pains, but like you, it is what it is. We have to live with it and just get on with it. I don't use it to beg for money on YouTube. Oh, wow, malicious, Mal. I mean, yeah, it does. Do we like you, Barb? Oh, Jessica says we do like you. Well, it's the thing is, people are either going to like me or not. And if you got somebody over here telling you not to like me, well, hopefully that'll make you come over here and say, well, what's so bad about Barb? I mean, I had that happen before, Barb's mean. Barb did mean stuff. What? I had an opinion that differed. Craig is the most disrespectful, Mittens. She lies. Craig disrespects her, and the amount of, yes, for their loyalty or loneliness, yeah. And you're saying, and they keep her going. And that's back to the topic of this video, is the power that you all have, that we all have, by our view, by our money, by our chat, by our, I love yous and stuff. We can have you yield power in hey postcards in somebody's chat. Mitten says she is the reason I switched my channel from only cooking to talking and testimony and having just happy talks so people can see not all Christians speak like her. Well, that's a good idea because she's not good for Christians. She's not a good example. And of course, this is all in my opinion. But I've been around a lot of people who claim Christianity and use it like a shield. But what are they doing that shows they are like Jesus? Because isn't that what Christianity is? You want to be like Jesus? And if Jesus was here, he would be the one saying, be nice to each other. This is ridiculous. Jessica says eventually all narcissists look change and their evil lying manipulations, fake expressions. It starts to show outwardly. She has that to deal with too. Yep. I don't know if she's a narcissist. I don't know. I've looked at, I've thought about borderline, but I don't see that. There's something going on though. Making statements like that is how you get in trouble. Which statements? Me? What, country guy? What did I do? Support one another. My daughter has a chronic illness and needs all the support she can get. It helps her to have someone to talk to and relate. And I want that too. I do want to have not my whole channel be about chronic pain and depression and anxiety, the things that I suffer from, but people who have these physical and mental health issues to have each other to lean on, like a support kind of thing. Not not my whole channel, but we could have a place to meet and talk. Is that Cymbalta? Because I just went back on that. Duloxetine, because I just got back on that. I'm looking it up. Yeah. Oh, no, that's Lexapro. I'm on Lexapro too. It doesn't help me with my pain, or if it does, SSR, wait. I'm trying to remember. Oh, it is Cymbalta. Okay, I went back on Cymbalta that I was on before. It helps with depression, anxiety, and chronic pain, of which I suffer all those. So I know why I got off it before, because I had to pay for it. And yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm feeling a lot better, having only been on it for a couple of weeks, but I don't think it's helped with my pain yet, but it could be. Yeah, thanks, Crimson Tide. Yeah, I went to my doctor and I was like, this is what's going on. This is what I want to do. That's how my doctor is. He's like, okay. Cymbalta. Well, I'm on the generic, so anytime you don't know for a face the word allegedly needs to be used, this is how other creators get in trouble. Anytime you don't know for a fact the word allegedly, what did I say? Because I usually do say, I don't say allegedly. That's a Brittany word. But yeah, 6 to 8 weeks. What did I say, country guy? Because I'll get on to people in my chat when they come in with medical advice, and I'm like, and not advice, they say this is as a fact, and I'm like, no, don't do that. Don't do that. So you have power. You have the button. You have the on-off button. You have the leave. You have the watch another channel. You have the power in chat to get along with people, to fight with people, to have mean things to say to people. And I'm just going to go back to what I said earlier. Everybody just take a second when you're in chats and say hi to people who aren't getting any just making a statement. Okay, country guy. Somebody's in the chat that you don't know and you see them, and eventually usually people will they'll be in a chat and nobody's saying anything, and they'll be like, am I blocked? Because you feel invisible, and nobody wants to feel invisible. We all want a place to go. So go in somebody's chat when you're in a chat today and you see somebody that you don't know, just say hi to them. I know certain creators are going to get mad if you say hi to the wrong person, but I promise you, that's not how you're going to live that's not how you should live your life. Everybody should have their own mind, where they want to go and who they want to like and who they want to see, and not be based on this other creator who's got power over you. Oh, really? I know that UA, I know that it's supposed to be good for stopping smoking, which I quit smoking years ago, but I mean, it kind of is a wonder drug. And of course I started out on 30 milligrams. I was on 60 when I quit taking it, and I wasn't in a lot of pain, but it takes nothing to be kind. So, what time is it? Yeah, I guess that's what I'm going to leave y'all with today, is that you can be kind to people without a whole lot of effort. You might make somebody's day. You might make somebody, you just might make somebody's day. You might make somebody have a little bit of joy for a moment. I was abused by an on-air force base in North Pole. Principal of my kid's school, she calls CPS on parents, then denies it. Disagree with her. I'm not sure what oh, you're talking to somebody. I'm sorry. Hey, Olap, what's up? Wow, getting off opiates on. Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. Covert narcs. Thanks, Jessica. I agree. Don't worry about what others think. Be kind. Some creators need to learn to be kind and not use the word hate. That just perpetrates more hate. I think we should just be kind to people. And if you don't have anything nice to say, no, I'm not saying, because I can't say that 100% and then say something bad about Brittany. But as far as other subs, you're not going to get people to stop helping and enabling Brittany by being mean to them. You're going to help people to see the truth by being kind to them, not by pushing them away. It's not going to work. I'm a nurse and I can someday tell you about it. Okay. Jessica, to be fair, I did just a quick, oh. Well, how many people drive to a clinic where everybody's going to figure out, because that's how we do on YouTube, and you're driving up to a, pain management clinic or drugs, whatever. Anyway, the dogs are back at me. They want to go outside again. Anyway, thanks for being here, y'all. Appreciate it. And be kind to somebody today. You got to be kind to yourself first, or you're going to be hateful to everybody. But yeah, be kind. Be kind. And have a great day. And I'll see you soon. Bye.